Hello, everyone. Welcome to Little Meatballs Nursery. I'm Sandra. Welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you're returning. So, hey guys, it is the day after Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We did over here. Um, it's Friday chat. I don't know how long I'm going to be chatting for today because my kids are home. However, just Jack is here right now because I told Jason, I was like, listen, I need to have my alone time. Okay. This is my alone time. This is what I'm choosing to do with myself. And I want to share it with all of you. This is really like my saving grace, you want to say, my, my platform for, my sanity. This is like, I need this, I need this. So I was like, please just go and, take them to the park. Just go. Just for an hour. Okay, just go. And he's like, well, maybe we'll be back in like 20 minutes. I said, please, please, Jason, just take them. It's like Ethan wants to stay here. He's like, I don't want to go down there. I want to stay here with mom and do the video. And I was like, you know what, Ethan, just go and then like come back like in 20-25 minutes or so. Tell him you gotta go to the bathroom or something. Because Danny wanted to play with him for a little bit. And I know Ethan doesn't really want to play. They've been playing like all day yesterday. They were making little videos with their plushies. And because they did get a gift yesterday, as you guys all know, I told you that I was going to be giving them a gift on Thanksgiving, which I did. And they loved them. There was a kind of a rocky start yesterday morning, but we got over the hump and pulled it all together. And Jason, oh my God, Jason really did a lot yesterday. He cooked everything. And it seemed like he was in the kitchen all day long. And everything turned out delicious. The turkey was amazing because he did some kind of butter garlic rub on like underneath the skin and over the skin and just all around the turkey, slathered it with garlic butter. It was so delicious. And it just like, he, did that and then left it sitting, in the fridge for like, I don't know, a couple hours before we put it in the oven. And then all that butter oh my God, it was so good. It's so good. So we did the carrots, we did the glazed carrots. It was just there was no real recipe, it was just thrown over. We made a little mix of like melted butter and brown sugar and a little bit of olive oil so it doesn't burn. And there was something else he put in there. But anyway, so we kind of, I don't know if you could really marinate carrots. I don't know. I don't really do carrots usually. Like I said, I usually do the stuffed mushrooms. It was a little too, I don't know. Maybe for Christmas. I'm gonna shoot for Christmas to do the mushrooms because it's really, for me, it's a tradition. But the carrots turned out amazing. Everything was really good, and he made a homemade pumpkin pie, and that was delicious. I know a lot of people make other things. They don't really like the pumpkin, but it turned out really nice, and we all had a nice time. We played, I forgot. We played Sneaky Pete, of course, but there was something else we played after dinner. The kids really wanted to play at that point because they had gotten their gifts and, they got their little plush toys and they were kind of just, Jack, I gave him that beautiful, that thing I showed you guys for the wall, the St. Michael's, what do you call it? Tapestry. I think that's what it is, with the beads hanging, and he loved it. So that was great. I knew he didn't think I was actually going to get it because that was one of the things he put in the cart on Amazon, and I bought it not even knowing what it was. I just knew that he wanted it, and so that's what I did. And what else? It was a nice time, I hope everybody enjoyed it. So today is Black Friday, the biggest shopping day of the year. Of course, I'm not shopping today, but hopefully I'll get some Cyber Monday deals. I'm hoping, because of course the American Girl dolls that I have awaiting my purchase. Well, I'm gonna pick one of them, but both of the ones that I really want were like $40 less, and it's crazy. I just hope. It just seems like nothing's working out for me. As far as leading up to like actually getting something for under the tree, I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. It's really gonna it's gonna come down to whatever I see that's within my budget, that's on sale, that I can get when I have the money to get it. That's it. That's really what it comes down to. So no point in keep talking about what I think I'm gonna get, what I want to get. It's whatever happens, you know. Um, so, but I hope everybody enjoys shopping today. Whoever does like the Black Friday deals, sales, goes into the store and gets all that stuff. I was just watching something on YouTube of like in the 1980s when the Cabbage Patch dolls were so popular and how people were fighting through crowds just to grab one, and it was one per customer, and it was just crazy. It was really crazy. But it reminded me of when I got my Cabbage Patches, especially my corn silk Cabbage Patch, because I remember that really well. And I remember I had one with brown pigtails that were curly, with her tongue sticking out to one side. And I remember my very first Cabbage Patch with the yarn hair. She had the blonde pigtails, just with the straight yarn. And I think she had just like a classic kind of face. I don't think she had like any tongue, teeth, anything like that. And she came in this like navy blue overalls with these little red and yellow flower print all over them. She was adorable. I loved the smell of the Cabbage Patch Kids. Oh my gosh. I remember that like so clearly. And it's funny, I was watching Amanda's latest video, and she was showing all her older dolls that she had from when she was a child, and or younger years, whatever, younger collecting. And I was like, oh, I know what that one is. Oh my God, I remember that one, because I'm a doll fanatic, like not just, Reborns. I love all dolls. I've always loved all dolls. And I do research. Like I know, I remember a certain thing. I'll go look it up, and then I'll find other ones that I used to have or that I wanted. I'm like, oh my God, I remember that. I remember that. So it was really cool to see Amanda's dolls, and go check her out at Wawa's Angels Nursery. And you could see what I mean when I'm talking about. It was really nice that you shared that, Amanda. I loved the video, so thank you. So, yeah, a lot of memories. We always talk about. Let me grab my Ellie over here so you could see her as we talk. But she's in her little deer onesie that says beautiful on it with little flowers. This is the children's place, or the baby place. And wow, the lighting just got a hell of a lot better. I don't know why it does that, but anyway, it's preemie size, but it's still, it's still big on her. Anyway, yeah. So this time of the year, now that Thanksgiving has passed, I mean, just this time of the year in general, whenever you kind of put the tree up and start decorating, um, you start to have childhood memories of, your parents, or, different Christmas, seasons, not seasons, years, different years. Um, and you kind of just sit and think. And when I like think of one thing, like if I think of a gift that I had, let's say, when I was 7, I don't know, and I remember that gift, then I start thinking about the gift, me playing with that doll. I start remembering who was around at that time and how they're not here anymore. I start to think of my sisters that are here, but I just don't see. Anything that we shared, like the Sneaky Pete game, that was a huge memory for me for Christmas time. Also like the water baby, when my sister got the water baby. I told you guys that story too. When I got the Beauty and the Beast dolls, my Cabbage Patch. I remember a majority of my Christmases. Like they were very, they sticked in my mind. And I think part of that is because my mom always made it so special for us. And I will say that obviously when I was the only child, and even when my sister came along, we got a lot of things. Once my brother came along, and then of course my youngest sister, most of the gifts went to them. I feel me and my older sister were kind of like, yeah, you got a few gifts, and that was that. But they got, but you have to remember, and that's what I tell my own kids too, is when we were that little, we got the big Christmases too. So it's only fair that when they're that age, that they also get to experience that feeling that we did, I feel as you get older, of course, you still have that Christmas joy, that Christmas spirit, but it's really the younger kids that, like, they have that within them. That just that Christmas innocence, of Santa and the sleigh and the, everything like that. So that's what I try to tell my kids too, is like, hey, it happened to me too. Okay. They're teenagers now. And when you get older, there was no asking for more expensive things when I was that age. It's just that you just got less and less. But now, they ask for whatever. And I as long as I could figure out a way to do it, I do it because they're my kids. I want them to be happy. But they have to also understand, and I've told, both Jack and Ethan this, that obviously Danny is going to get more this year. And that is because he's only 8. And when you guys were 8, I did the same thing for you. So, that's just how it goes. So Danny's going to have a lot more. Usually, I'll be honest, up till this year, like last year even, I always tried to even out the gifts, at least between Ethan and Danny, my 2 youngest ones. I always tried to even it out. Jack always seemed to get a little less, but I feel that the gifts for Jack, he wasn't into anything after a certain age except internet, so got harder and harder to buy for him. Um, but, so last year, I did even out between Ethan and Danny, but this year I told Ethan, like, look, because he asked for more expensive things, and it's like, I just can't do it. And even though, I mean, I might have spent around the same amount on both of them this year, but Ethan got less because it, like I just said, I feel like, it's more for younger kids. Once you're a teenager, it's like, Ethan's 14. So it's like, you know, you get them the usual, a hoodie, some cool socks, a game, I got him a couple games for his Switch. I've told you guys everything that I bought already. Well, most of it. So it's like, and you say that and they're like, yeah, we understand. But it's still like Christmas morning and you feel like, oh my God, like they steal presents, like Danny's presents are like 75% of what's under the tree. So it's like, but I think it's going to be good. I feel like I worked my ass off this year trying to find sales and deals and bargains and, things that I can put together, things that they actually will use. I'm sick of wasting money. I say this every year. But last year I really went, I feel like, out of control as far as picking things that kind of I wanted to play with as well. Kind of like when you have a toddler, and I'm like, not toddler toys, but stuff that, that maybe I would play with. Like I got them the Target cash register. They came with the cool Target bag and the money. And I figured we could play with it together. They play with it maybe once, stuff like that. I mean, but this year I didn't do nothing wasteful like that. Also, I'm so grateful that we got, now, remember I was telling you guys, how a few months back, I'm going to say October, like 1st or something, I had called the local church where, I called last year. And then I hadn't called them for like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. And then, 6 or 7 years back. But I did call them last year and they came through for us for Christmas help. So that really helped out. So when I called this year, they actually turned me away because they said that they had so many requests this year, unusual amounts of people requesting holiday help, that they were only helping the people that are actually in their parish. So they weren't accepting anybody else. So, but I was fine with that because I was like, okay, we'll just make it work. I'll fit it in. I'll fit it in the budget. And, that's what you got to do. But the school called me, first the high school, and Jack's counselor called me and she said, that we help about 60 families usually, but this year's even less. We're helping like 40, and we actually picked, your family to help. And, I didn't request any help. They're offered. And they said, would you be interested? And I said, yes, please, because I explained to them the church situation. And they were like, oh, well, I'm glad it worked out. So, she was asking me, they fill out forms or whatever. And, for the kids' favorite color and things that they need, things that they want, that kind of thing. And so, I did that. So with the high school, but I told them, I was like, sorry guys, I have like a hair. I always have that one hair that just doesn't want to stay in place. But anyway, so I told them, I said, I think this is a great idea, but only if you're going to also include my elementary school child, because I'm not going to have, you know, you guys, bringing over bags of stuff, because that's how they do it. They bring over, it's like kind of like Angel Tree in a way, I guess, something along that lines, where somebody will pick the ticket, basically the school, they have sponsors and stuff like that, and somebody will pick our ticket and then they will shop for the kids. So it is kind of like, an Angel Tree thing, I guess. But I was offered it. Like, I didn't go and put my ticket on the tree and say, look, I need this and this. It was offered, and the kids could use new coats and hoodies and pants and pajamas and stuff like that. And that's what I told them, socks, boots, winter boots, stuff like that. So, so they said, no, we will include Daniel as well, but it would be separate. So I guess the counselor at the elementary school got in touch with, the high school counselor, and so then the elementary school called me, and they did the same thing for Danny, the ticket, what he's into and this and that. But so for Danny, they actually do it. So instead of giving it to them or bringing it to the house, the stuff, they actually have Danny go to the firehouse, the local firehouse, and there's a whole like Christmas party. So we actually went, the first year we moved here. We had hardly anything, guys. Hardly anything. It takes time to make a place feel like home, right? That's what Daniel Tiger always says. And it's the truth, So then when the first Christmas we were here, it was hard, and the school offered, and they were all in no, Danny wasn't even born yet. It was Jack and Ethan, and they were both in the same elementary school that Danny is now, and they offered, this Christmas party thing at the firehouse. So we all went. It was so cute. I don't know how they do it now, if they still do it the same way, I don't know. But they have long tables out and arts and crafts on the table that you could make ornaments with and stuff. They have a big fruit punch bowl. In fact, that's where we got our Christmas punch idea from. So they have that. They order so many boxes of Pizza Hut pizza. And Santa Claus arrives on the fire truck. And so all the kids wait outside the firehouse, and or maybe it was at the school. I don't know, but I know the fire truck comes, okay? And this for the elementary school, it was sponsored by the firehouse. I don't know if it's still sponsored by them, but the Santa Claus comes in, and he has his own Santa chair, and he has his sack of presents, and they bring all the presents out, and he calls each kid one by one up to him and asks them what he wants for Christmas, and that, and hands them a big giant sack each full of stuff. So I don't know. I'm sure it's going to be less this year versus 10 years ago, because times have changed. Obviously, financial things have, So I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting much. I'm happy that he's able to go to this party, because it's not for everyone. The elementary school, they were telling me that they only picked, I think, 20-25 children out of the whole school to go to this firehouse thing. I don't know if it's at the firehouse or the school this year. I don't know exactly where, but so I think it's a great opportunity for Danny, because he didn't get to go to the first one that Jack and Ethan went to. So he gets to experience this now, because he has no idea. He's like, Mommy, is Santa going to be there? He doesn't know what to expect, but I think it's a good thing, for him. So, but Jack and Ethan can't go to that. It's for just elementary kids. So Jason will take Danny, and I'll stay home with them, unless they're okay being, I don't like leaving them by themselves, but we'll see how it goes. I think it'll just be a really nice experience for him. Plus, I feel a lot less pressure as far as like, because they're kind of taking care of stuff that I was going to buy next week, but they offered to take care of it, and that's great. They did that the same thing with school supplies this year. I didn't have to buy any school supplies. So the schools have been really helpful and generous, and I'm so thankful and grateful that we have such a great community here. Um, so I'm not worried about that. And anything that they don't get, I'll just pick up in January. Like if they still need, more gloves or whatever that may be, a scarf, I don't know. Pants. I know Jack is looking for like jeans and more like a cargo pants, something that he could wear to like a job interview, because he is looking into getting a job. He wants to go and work part-time, but I told him, I said, Jack, that's great and all, but really focus on your graduation, because he is graduating in May or June, whenever they graduate, seniors. So that I had to start looking for a dress for that. I want to lose a few pounds before graduation, so I'm gonna work towards that as well, in January. But I gotta start looking for a dress. I told him I'm gonna be there. You bet your ass I'm gonna be sitting there, and I'm gonna be as loud as can be, cheering you on, because um, he is going to be the first of many generations to actually graduate high school. So this is fabulous. Like, I can't even tell you how proud I am of him. He's the light of my life. You guys know that. You guys know that already. um, but oh wow, it's nice out. Yeah, so he's still saying he wants to get into like HVAC. Is that what it's called? Heating, air conditioning? Heating, vent, air. Yes. So he's still interested in that. There was another thing that he said he might be interested in, but that's kind of what's sticking, like he'll say things and then they come and go, and then he changes the next week. But this, I feel, is welding. I think welding was another one, which are both, good jobs. I think they're hard, right? I mean, welding, I can't imagine like what I don't even know, like, what do you do in welding? Like, do you go to people's houses and weld? I mean, I don't, I'm not really familiar with it. I know what you do, like but I don't know like where you do it, or how it works or anything like that. But I'm sure he could tell me. He could tell me. I mean, he brings all that stuff home. He took a welding class, and then he took botany for the plants. Then he did the I don't know, but he used to bring home like the little things he was making. Oh, he's in ceramics now. So he brought home these beautiful statues. That's what I wanted to show you guys. Hold on one second. I was going to show you them, but he is back there, I think, taking a shower. So, and he locks the bedroom door. We gave Jack and Ethan, they have the master bedroom. So it has the bathroom in the bedroom there. So when my son goes to take a shower, he locks the bedroom door and the bathroom door. I don't know if it's because I guess after his shower, he comes into the bedroom to get dressed, or what it is, or I don't know. But it's kind of inconvenient sometimes because he can't hear you, number one, because you got to yell through the bedroom door, and then he's in the bathroom with the... Anyway, so hopefully he'll come out and I could show you. But he's in ceramics this semester, so he's made quite a few really cool statues. And then he took the welding, and he was bringing home those figures that he was welding together, all those things. He made a bunch of, metal figure things. I think I showed you guys some of those before. And then he was doing the botany, so he was bringing home plants, and he was really taking care of these plants, And so I was even thinking of getting him, what I wanted to get him? I was looking this morning, okay, at now I know I said that if I got him the computer, that he wasn't getting anything else, that was his gift. I can't afford anything else, and that was it. Well, I got it, as you guys all know, because I sold Sam for it, so I got him the thing. But of course, there were a couple other little things that I had gotten for him before that, that I'm going to give to him. And I also got him, a couple other things. So, I got him this really cool thing that like it looks like a crystal ball type thing, and it has this electrical current that goes through it that when you touch it, or it says it moves to music or when you talk or whatever, and it's like this big magical globe that has like electrical currents in it. It looks like, I don't know, but he had put it in the cart and he said that he liked it, so um I got him that. So I wrapped that. And then I got him I'm gonna get him. He's always wanted. He's always asked for a feather pen. I think I told you guys this, with like the ink, and then you put it in the stand, the feather pen, like how they used to write letters back in the olden days, before real pens. So he always wanted something like that, and then it has like the wax seal things. So I'm gonna get him a set of that with stationery, and then I found him a really nice journal that says something really um, has a message like mother to son message on the front of the journal. Um, and there was something else. Like I'm gonna get him another hoodie. I already got him one, but I'm gonna get him another one. Or then I was thinking maybe I should wait until we see what they give him from the school. Um, but So yeah, I was looking this morning and I came across he loves sloths, but he's too old. Like every time I get him a stuffed animal, he just puts it in the closet or gives it to Danny, so he doesn't really do anything with it. So I found a couple things that were really cute. I found him like a little sloth razor holder. So like it's a sloth and you stick it in the shower or on the wall, whatever, and then you hang your razor up in it. I thought that was cute. And I found, because he took botany, so I'm like, okay, maybe he wants to do, maybe he would take care of a plant, something that could stay in his room that doesn't. I don't know if it needs light or not. I don't really know about these, but I remember back in the day chia pets. Who remembers a chia pet? I think my mom had one. Jason said he had got one for Christmas, but it never grew. So I don't know. I found a sloth one, because nowadays it's not just, it's in, they have different kinds of chia pets, So I found a sloth and I thought that was a cute idea because he was in botany, he took care of the plants, and he loves sloths. So it's not like a stuffed animal or something that's just going to be thrown to the side. It's something he could actually take care of, right? Or watch it grow or whatever. Um, and Jason's like, he's not gonna like that. And chia pets used to be cheap. $10. Now that one is 22.99 on Amazon. And I'm like, I'm trying to think, like, is it gonna grow? Like, is it a guarantee that a chia pet even grows? Or is it possible it just stays clay and like you messed it up and it won't grow? And Jason's like, well, I got one and mine didn't grow, so I don't think you should waste your money. Of course he's gonna say that. He freaked out when I told him how much it was. He's like, "What?" He's like, "Damn." He's like, "I remember they were like $9.99." And I'm like, "Yeah, but not for like the specialty ones, like, the unicorn or the sloth or whatever." And he's like, "I don't care what it is. Like that's I'm just trying to think of different things for an older kid. And I've been watching the videos, what I got my kid for Christmas. I've been watching all of them for teenagers to get ideas for, 8-year-old, 9-year-olds. And of course, I find other stuff for Danny that I love. That I'm like, oh, he would love this, he would love that, instead of what I'm trying to look for. But so if anybody has any ideas for a 17-year-old, okay, boy, other than electronics, something, even if it's for a stocking, anything extra, anything little extra. I'm not looking to spend a fortune, obviously, like items that are around 20 or less, something like that. Just a little extra something around Christmas. So if you guys have any ideas for a 17-year-old kid, please let me know. I'm done with my 14-year-old because he asked for way too many things this year. And so Ethan,
Huh?
what Ethan's back. Guess who's back?
Swiper.
Ethan's back. So how was the park?
That's all I have to say.
So I guess I got my alone time for the day, guys. Wow, I got a whole 30 minutes of alone
I
time.
mean, everything was all wet.
What, the park?
Yeah,
Why? It's sunny out.
it's wet.
So what are they doing?
They were throwing palm around and like playing tag and stuff.
Throwing balls. They're throwing his plushie around. Did you just make a video?
No. Dad said he's coming back in like 5 minutes.
No, he didn't.
You did.
Jem is truly outrageous. Truly outrageous. Whoa, Jem.
Hello? Please.
The
No.
music's
No.
contagious, outrageous.
You
Jem is my name. No one else is the same. Jem is my name.
Stop.
Jem. Listen.
Your dog wants some coffee.
Listen, I am.
No, she does.
She's tired. She needs some. Listen, I am so excited. I cannot even tell you guys.
For what?
Well, Christmas one, but my Jem dolls. Jem has actually been released on Amazon, so she came out yesterday. So you could buy her, but the other three, Kimber, Aja, and Shayna.
Who?
Kimber, Aja, and Shayna.
Who?
Stop.
Aja.
Aja. She was my favorite. She had the blue hair. Anyway, so they are going to be released January 1st. So I'm so excited because right after Christmas, I'm getting my Jem dolls. So I'm excited about them. So if that's all I get, like it's an after Christmas gift, I don't care.
Really?
Like, yes, I love them.
Are you still going to get my cords after Christmas?
I love Jem, always have. She was my most favorite Barbie ever. I mean, because she wasn't a Barbie, so you can't say she was a fashion doll, I guess. I loved Jem, okay? I loved the cartoon. I loved everything about Jem. It was so cool. So I'll have the whole band. Okay. So I am very excited about those. Very excited. And if they all look like drag queens, they'll just go back and I'll get my money back. So I hope they don't look like drag queens because I really, really love them.
Did you hear what I said?
And I hope they don't have small heads like Jem had. Okay. Her head. Do you remember when I got Jem? How small her head was? I hope they redid it because her head was like, it would be like this. It would be like Nina's head on her body. Like if it was Nina's head on her body. Can you guys like picture that?
You could just Photoshop it. Like
No. Anyway, it was odd. And Christina's like, maybe you just got one that was just, because I had ordered it from Walmart and so I didn't get to pick it like in store. So Christina actually went to Walmart and she FaceTimed me from Walmart and she's like, look, they have a bunch of Jem dolls here. Why don't you look and see if there's one, that would be okay, because she says these look pretty good. And honestly, there was a couple that looked better, much better than the one I had gotten. But by the time she bought it, like she was going to buy it and then mail it to me. But by the time she bought it and then shipping to mail the doll to me, and they were $24.99 at Walmart, it wouldn't make any sense. I would be paying double to get it here. So I opted to, I said, no, I'll just look again or when I go or whatever. And I never did get her. So I need her to complete my Jem and the holograms. But again, it's like all these things and it's like, I need her. I need her to complete my set. And she's the only one I didn't like do a pre-order on because they wanted instant payment. These other girls I ordered far enough back that they didn't need a payment until they were released. So I still didn't pay for them. So they'll be paid for January 1st. But, so I had to have paid, so I didn't have the money up front for Jem. So I was like, I'll just get her later on. I'll just grab her, later on. No big deal. She'll be around. So, yeah, I'm so excited and I hope they look good. Right, Ethan? I hope they look fabulous, darling. Fabulous. What is your question exactly?
Are you still going to get my cords after Christmas?
Get who?
My cords?
What's a cord?
For my screen capturing?
One of my boyfriends had a Honda Accord. Is that what you mean? You want a car?
The cord so I can screen capture stuff from my Switch. You said you'd get it for me after Christmas.
Okay. You know what? We'll talk about that later or tomorrow or after Christmas.
I'm special.
You all are special.
But I'm special.
Yeah, you're special. Special pain in my ass is what you are. Oh. Oops, I did it again. I cursed by mistake. Oops, yeah. Oh, I'm such a horrible mom. I said the A word. Oh my God. Is that what I said? Yeah, I think that's the word I said. Sometimes these things just slip through my mouth. I don't know, okay? Listen, I'm Italian New Yorker, all right? Things just flow out. Yeah, you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you didn't grow up in New York. You were
I was
still
4
very
years
little.
old.
That's right. You were
So
4
I
years
did
old.
grow up there.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. And
it's not like I was just born.
then why?
Okay.
Okay. Then if you're true Italian New Yorker, then why do you make fun of Mom when I talk like that?
Because I can.
He likes to point out when I say things like coffee, dog, deer, stuff like that. He'll start laughing at me because you know what it is though. It's like there's times when just regular everyday where I feel like my my accent comes out more than usual. Swiper, no swiping. Oh my God. What is he sniffing my viewers? Oh my God. Come on. Have him sniff the baby's feet. What do you think? Powder? Anyway, this is Swiper, guys. I showed you guys. Anyway, I showed you guys before. So, that was what he got for his Thanksgiving little gift. So Stitch has a new friend, so maybe the next time we do a video together, he'll be on there with me. Stitch and Swiper. So, so does anybody have any plans this weekend?
For Christmas.
Well, first is this weekend.
For Christmas.
You know, some people go, yeah, for Christmas too. It's coming up soon, Stitch. But some people, I guess, I think, is there any sales like this weekend? I mean, does Black Friday sales go on all weekend long till Cyber Monday? I don't know. I haven't been out. I never shop. First of all, I've never been to Black Friday sale. I don't think I've ever went on the actual day after Thanksgiving because the crowds are ridiculous. You got to fight over things. Like, I don't know if they still if that's really how it still is in the store, but I'd rather not be there. I mean, I don't go on a regular day. Why would I go on Black Friday? Just to save a few bucks. I mean, there's deals online too. So it's not just like in store. But anyway, I know exactly what else I have to get. Just got to wait till after the weekend, and then I'm done. I'm officially done. I mean, I did say that last week, but there's little things that you forget that you just want to kind of add in there. Look, a mother's shopping is never done. All right, there's my accent for you. A mother's shopping is never done. Okay, you think you're done, but then you see something else you want that your kids will be smiling about Christmas morning, and you're like, oh, this will be great, for them to open. And then, your mother has the heart of that. I want to do that. Okay. So no, my shopping's never done.
So it's like when you're on the toilet. You think you're done, but you're not.
Yeah. Sure. Kind of like that. Yeah. You're the one that said it.
Why'd you bring it up?
You're the one that said it in the first place. Whatever.
You said it's like when you're on the toilet.
Whatever. Anyway. Oh, my head.
What big ears you have.
So if...
Ew.
What a big mouth you have.
What a weird hand you have.
Anyway, this is my elf baby, Ellie. But anyway, that's why I named her Ellie the elf. Anyway. I would say she keeps an eye on the... on Ellie... On, what's their names? The elf on the shelves.
Emma and Chippy.
Chippy, yeah, Emma and Chippy. But, she's so cute. I know, I did think her ears were really big when I first opened her. She needs earrings, that I'll eventually get them.
You should get Swiper earrings.
No, he's not wearing earrings.
No, get Swiper earrings. Get earrings with Swiper said.
I feel like she's so, I feel like Clark is the perfect silicone baby, in my opinion. The size, he's 16 inches, he's floppy, he's heavy, he's soft, he's squishy, he's and he's adorable, and he looks at you, and he's so cute. I think he's, for me anyway, the perfect all-around Amazon silicone. That's the one I would recommend to everybody. I feel like yes, I love her, but there are some things that are a little off, I guess, as far as having the complete package. I think she's adorable. I love her froggy legs. The weight is good. I guess, I don't know. I guess to me, she's adorable. She's adorable. Um, you get what you pay for. I guess that's what it comes down to. You get what you pay for. You get what you could afford. I mean, that's the bottom line too. But I feel like her silicone, even though they're both Volants, I don't know if it's the face or what, but I feel like her face is a lot more firm than his. I don't know why that is though. I don't know. I feel like these smaller ones get colder quicker than Clark. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. They sleep in the same area. I don't know what it is. I'm noticing her neck now is beautiful. She does have a beautiful neck. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but she has like the wrinkles in her neck. I think that makes her look more like a newborn. She also has those in her like back, rib area where a newborn would have as well. So I think there are some more realistic features on the smaller ones. But I don't know. They're all cute. They're all cute. They all have their own thing. But I think the sleeping ones, I mean, I don't think I would get too many. I mean, maybe one more in the bigger. So I think I'd want an awake one next, honestly. I was thinking of getting the bigger one of this one. But I don't know. The sleeping ones are cute, but like, I don't know. They lack, because the silicones lack so much detail. When you take their eyes away, it kind of just blends in, with the rest of their face. Instead of having, it's hard to give them a personality that way. It's harder to have them look different, right? Because her and Nathan look a lot alike, and because they're both sleeping, they do have a little different face, but I think that his mouth actually was ripping in the corner a little bit because I tried to put a pacifier in. What is so funny, Nathan? What? Why are you laughing at Nathan? What? You like him? You do. I know you do.
Hey. What up?
All right, come on, Nathan. All right.
Nathan.
So here's Nathan. So they're both Volants, both 12 inches, but I think he's Volants. You know what the thing is? They don't let you know on the doll. Like, there's no thing on the back of the neck or head or anything that tells you. So this guy was gifted to me along with Nina. And this one I purchased. So, but I'm assuming that it's Volants, because it's definitely not a Vita, because I tried a Vita and I don't know. I don't see it, but, I mean, when you look at them, yeah, they have different faces, but you see what I mean? Because they lack so much detail, and when you don't have eyeballs, I mean, there's only so many you can have like this, that's what I feel. Before they all start to mash together, I mean, it look the same. What are you doing?
Come back out.
Okay, bye.
See when they're coming back, and they're back.
They're back?
Check on you guys.
Well, they're coming back, so.
Why? Why were you coming to
Come on,
check
close the door.
Why? You were gonna
Hold on, guys. I'm going to let them come in here and take off their coats and stuff, and then we'll get back to you. Hold on. Okay, so Ethan is going with Danny to finish their video that they started making yesterday. And so they will finish that. And while I finish my video. So it's only 45 minutes so far, so I'm gonna try and make it a full hour at least, but I'm trying to think of what else I could talk about. Well, now they're home, and I'm wearing my Grinch earrings today to kick off the holiday countdown. I redid my calendar this morning. I have a one that hangs on the wall, like a whiteboard calendar, and then you just erase everything, the days and the month, and you write it in yourself, every month. So I did that this morning, and, highlighted the 24th and 25th, and so I redid that, and so it's countdown time. Countdown. So, what else? I don't know. So, yeah, so that's what I mean, like, by these, is that they have, because they don't have the detail of, like, a hand-painted, like, artist doll, when you get too many together, they don't really stand out, I feel, from one another, when they all have the sleeping eyes, because they kind of just, I don't know. These are the only two sleeping silicones I have, though. And then I have three awake: Clark, Little Johnny, and Nina. So I don't think I'd get another sleeping one. I think these are cute together, but I don't think I need another one. So I would probably go for like the awake, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I want to get too heavy neither. So maybe like another awake 16 or 17 inch. I don't know. But they are really cute. Let's hold Nathan. I want to get Nina too, quick. Um, Another thing is having all these different size dolls is like it's hard to dress them. Number one, these are really hard to dress, as you see, because they're so small. And to find clothes that actually fit them properly, it's really hard. Unless you want to just keep them in a diaper, which is cute too, but it's too cold right now. You could just put them in a diaper and then like wrap them in a little blanket or something. You know, that's cute too. His hands are so cute because they're like puffy. um, so, um, I don't know, but he has a number on his foot, which is weird. None of the other Valens dolls have a number on their foot, so maybe he's not Valens. I don't know. But yeah, so he has a little tattoo on his foot. Anyway, yes, so this is Nathan. I don't know if let me see. I tried to put a pacifier in his mouth. Oh no, he doesn't have it. I thought he had like a rip. He doesn't. And of course I would never try to do eyelashes ever again. So that's out of the question. You know, even though if you do it correctly, it would give them a little more life, but I'm not even going to attempt that ever again on a silicone. I'm just not good at that. But look at his cute puppy hand. I love his puppy hand. And he's cute. Look at him. He's cute. He's the one that's got the permanent booger. But he's cute. I mean, it's a great option for a gift. You know, we've said this so many times. Me and Christina on our collab, we went through all the different silicone dolls and brands and sizes and weights and all that. And this, I feel this 12-inch size would be perfect for a child, you know, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, anything like that, over 5. It's a really cute size. I feel like a kid could handle the weight of these 12-inch ones. You know, and get them a little stroller. That would be so cute to get like a little 12-inch baby and get a doll carriage or stroller or even a bed or something and have that by the tree. I remember my mom did that one year. I remember my yellow stroller. It was yellow and it had flowers on it. And I also had a baby cradle, of course. It looked like the real thing. It was all white and then it had the skirt around the outside and it had a blue little bow at the top of the rim of the bassinet, and that's where she put my most favorite little baby. She had a blue dress on, she had jet black hair, and she had the sleepy eyes. And I think it might have been like a drinking wet, because I remember her little tiny white bottle that you would put the water in and then feed her and then you change her diaper, so it had to be drinking wet. She was really cute. And I remember I got a Patty Play Pal, and she was dressed in green, a green jumper with blonde hair, blue eyes. She had sleep eyes too, I think. I don't know if it was a Patty Play Pal. I think it was a Walker, one of those Stacy Walker. I don't know, something like that. Is that even a thing? Is that a name? Is that somebody's name? No, it was one of those Walker dolls. You hold the hand, and they walk with you. But it was big, like Patty Play Pals. I don't know. I was little, so I don't know the name then. And my kitchen, and I had so many toys back when I was younger. But like I said, as you get older, they kind of diminish year after year, especially when you have siblings, you know. So it's sad though. You know, yesterday I was thinking like it's just I think it's sad that, like, I was talking to Sherry this morning about this too. It's like it's sad that yes, we had a nice Thanksgiving, but it's just never the same, I feel, as like when we were kids, you know, and you long for that feeling again, I think. And like kids today, they didn't grow up the same as we did. So they're not going to have the, you know, those same things like that we went through, and you know that we did, you know. And I think it's hard. It's really hard to know that the times will never be like that again. As much as you try and as much as you want it to be, You can't go back. You can't go backwards. Um, so I think that's been hard for me too, weighing heavy on my heart. I feel that I miss, everybody. And that's what Sherry was saying too. It's like it never will be the same because there's so many people that were there then that are no longer here now. And so it's very different. And then of course back then there was no technology. It was just, the TV with the 13 channels, and you had to, go up to the TV to put the volume up and down and all that good stuff. But there was no other things. There was like that's when the first Nintendo game ever came out. I remember one year. My brother had to be around 5 maybe. So I didn't. I feel like my uncle had bought it for all of us, but I feel like my brother kind of claimed it, because he was always playing that damn thing, always. And then me and my sister, we would be like, John, could we play? John, could we play? We had to like ask him, even though it was a gift for everybody. But I wasn't into video games like that. Not even as a kid. I was more into dolls. I wanted to play dolls, play house, do that sort of thing. Barbies. I didn't want to play video games. So he kind of just took it over. Um, and so that was the first, like, but it was a video game. It wasn't really like internet or anything. But still, I feel like things have just completely shifted so like far down from, when we were younger. I mean, I said when we were younger. I mean, my audience is kind of broad with ages, but I'm 47. So, you know, um, what am I talking here? Like 40 years ago, 35, 40 years ago. Um, things have just, changed. So Jason has headphones in the kitchen, and the kids are in the bedroom doing their own thing. What else? What can we talk about next? So is everybody's tree up? I know mine has been up forever. Christina, did you put your tree up yet? I don't know. You didn't tell me about that. But I know Amanda ordered a tree, a fresh tree, a real one, which is great. Oh my God, it must be smelling so good in your house. Oh, I don't think it was delivered yet. I think you said Monday maybe. But once I remember the smell of a real tree. We had them a couple years when I was younger. Um, but it's, I want it up too early, to have a real one. Um, Mine would have no pine needles left by the time I was to take it down. And they're real expensive. I think now especially they're real expensive. Unless you get a little one, but I'm fine with the fake tree. But yeah, in the comments below, let me know when you guys put up your tree, if it's up already, when it's been up since, or what day you put your tree up. Do you wait? Is today the day after Thanksgiving? Do you wait till the 1st? Do you wait till, some people even wait till Christmas Eve to put it up, which that I never understood. And Christina, you better not tell me that you're putting your tree up on Christmas Eve, okay? I never understood that, like, because after Christmas it's over. So what do you do all that work to put up the tree and ornaments and everything and lights, and then just for 2 days to keep it up? I would imagine, my mom used to put it up, I don't know when, I would say around December 1st, but she would leave it up till after New Year's. I remember she would always leave it up till after New Year's. Um, she never took it down before New Year's Day. I don't know if that was a thing back in the day, but never. She would always wait till after New Year's Day, then take it down. Um, I don't know. I just feel like it's been up so long by then, like after Christmas, I just want to take everything down and put it away and kind of start the new year fresh. Um, but we'll see. So yeah, let me know what day you guys put your tree up. So, and do you do Christmas Eve gifts? I already told you guys that I do, for the kids, just a couple, you know, little things. And I know, like, we used to do, okay, so my uncle would come over, my Uncle Danny, and we would open the gifts that he brought over Christmas Eve, but nothing for my mother on Christmas Eve. We would wait till the morning, And it was from Santa. That that was it. There was no. I don't think back then was any gifts. Well, she didn't really. I don't think there was any gifts from them. She always said everything was from Santa. Um, but Christmas Eve we would do. Oh my God, we would have company over. My mother used to, at one point, she would invite the neighborhood. I mean, my sister's friends, and as everybody got older, she'd be like, "Yeah, come over," and because not everybody did Christmas Eve big like we did, and she would be in. I remember in the kitchen from morning to night Christmas Eve, just cooking everything and making everything. And she would get pastries from the Italian bakery down the street, and we would have the cannolis and all the 3-color cookies and all that kind of stuff on the table, for dessert and stuff. But she made the 7-fish dinner, and even if nobody ate all 7 fishes, that's what she did. Of course, everybody went crazy for the fried shrimp and all that stuff. But she would do the antipasto first with all the different cheese and the provolone and just everything. It was a feast. It was definitely a feast. And we would, play cards. We used to play Rummy 500. We would just do things, together, togetherness. And that's what I miss. I miss that. Not just my mom. Of course, I miss my mom, but I miss that feeling, you know. And I feel like sometimes, like I could try and try and try to create that. But what I'm starting to realize is that it's not something that you can create. It's something that the person has to have inside them. You can't force it upon somebody to say you have to have Christmas spirit. That's just not how it works. So it's happy. It's a happy month. It's a sad month. It's all those things in between. And I'm going to do my best to enjoy it and be happy. And you know what? Just don't let it slip away, because it goes by so fast. But I don't know. But anyway, Ethan did enjoy doing the video with me last time on Friday. And he wants to make another one with me. And I said, that's fine, So he does go back to school on Monday. So I don't know, maybe I'll do a video with him on Sunday. Even though, it doesn't matter if it's on the weekend or not. If he's home, So maybe we'll plan something to do Sunday, even if it's just for a little bit, just to pop on and say hi. I don't know, guys. I don't want to leave yet, but there's, if there's nothing else to talk about, it's silly, to take, keep you here. Well, not keeping you here, but you know what I mean. So I'll just show you Nina quick in her. I love this outfit, guys. I love this outfit. This came on the other one. I can't believe they stretched this on that other doll. It was so funny. I wish I should have. Well, you did. You seen the box opening, right? Yeah, my birthday I opened her, so you must have seen it on her. But I mean, it was so silly. I mean, you could see there's a little, in there, but it looks so silly on her. It's so tight. I don't know why they do that. She's so cute too. I think it's time for all after the holidays, after they're done in their little outfits, or after Christmas, I'm gonna it'll be silicone wash bath day. I try to wash them when I first get a silicone. I feel like I wash them more often. I think I wash them like twice. When I first get them, I'll do once and then powder them, and a couple days later or a week later, I'll give them another bath and do the powdering again. And then I kind of just powder in between, and then I feel like I'll wait a month, something like that, about a month, and then bathe them again. Sometimes a little longer, depends. But now that I have so many, it's harder to, I do have a baby bath, but they don't all fit, together. It's like one of those seat baths, and I put it up on the counter, in the bathroom and fill it, but it's like, it sits them up, so you can't put them on. It's not like a big, bowl or nothing that you put them all in. You can't put, more than, I mean, the two little ones would fit together probably, but it'd be more difficult to wash them and all that. So, but after Christmas, after the holidays, I'll probably give them all a bath again. What else? So there she is, little Nina. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. I really don't. The only thing I could imagine is that maybe I kissed her, and because this is color stay, maybe, but I still don't see how that's possible, because being that this is dry, like this is not a wet lipstick, it's color stay, so when you put it on, it dries and sets as a matte finish, and then it doesn't really come off. So I don't think that's it. And I don't really kiss my dolls anyway, so I don't know. You see this here? I don't know what happened. It's like all around here. See it? Like that wasn't there when I first got her. So I don't know what happened, but she's still adorable anyways. Let me see. You know what? Hold on, guys. Okay. You guys don't have to stay around for this if you don't want, but I figured it's something to do. Something to talk about, right? So I have this bag here of clothes that I put all the stuff that I have for my silicone dolls in this box, in this bag. So we're just going to kind of go through it. And I'm going to tell you like what fits who, in case you guys are looking for an outfit that would fit maybe a smaller baby that you have and where you could get it. Or I'll let you know that, look, this doesn't work for that size, even though it does, kind of something like that, to kind of guide you in the right direction for the different size silicone dolls and what they fit in and what they don't. So if you're not interested in looking through all this, then by all means, you could shut me off. But so this outfit I bought from Amazon, and it actually is by La Baby. It says it right here, La Baby. So like Behringer, so that's what you would search for. And if anybody's interested in this, let me know and I could send you the link. To this one, I know for sure is still available. They also have a 2-piece one that I would love to get, but that one sells out rather quickly. I haven't checked on it lately, but that also comes with like a hat and then a pink shirt with like ruffles and then the pants. This is the 1-piece footed, and this fits her perfectly. This one. So these are the only 2 outfits I have that fit her. Which is fine for now. I'll get another one eventually, but so perfectly. And they have this on Amazon. So if you're looking to dress your 10-inch doll, and you are interested in knowing, how to get this, just let me know and I'll give you the link. So that is her outfit, which I actually keep in the drawer because, well, I could put in there. Well, because a lot of this stuff, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the stuff in here is either seasonal or I don't use it, or it doesn't fit them. So, unfortunately, these outfits, well, let me just find all the pieces. I should have done this first. Well, I didn't know I was going to do this, so. Okay, so unfortunately, these outfits do not fit either one of my girls' silicones, and they're not going to fit Santina for sure. So, Tina had sent me these 2 outfits, and I can't use them on anybody. This does fit, it does kind of fit. It's a little big on, who did we try this on? I don't know. I forgot, but I can't use it. The headband's way too big. The socks are way too big. This might have just fit, I think, maybe. I forgot. I'd have to try it on her again, but I'm not using it. And then, but I can tell you, they're on Amazon if you're interested. And then this one definitely does not fit. This comes with the pink ears, and then this white fleece, like long sleeve shirt with these these bunny overalls. These are way too big on her. I tried it on. So that's way too big. I think I had even tried the overalls by themselves. Oh, you know what it was? This was sticking because this is fleece inside and this is fleece. And it was, even after I powdered her, it was like kind of sticking when I was putting it on. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna try and, you know, pull that on her over the silicone. So, but you can get both of these on Amazon, brand new. So, but if anybody is interested in these outfits, because I'm not using them, you can just, like, if you have, a doll that these may fit, no, you know what, never mind. I'm going to keep these. Okay. I might get, you know, one day get one it'll fit. So I don't want to get rid of them. Okay. Then we just have these headbands that I actually made into, just a pair of mittens and socks. These headbands I actually made by, I just cut the backs and then knotted them smaller for, Nina. That was before I knew I was getting, the bigger girl for my birthday, so otherwise I would have done that. And then this is Clark's outfit. We love this with the giraffes and his little elf hat. So that's Clark's. We love that outfit, and that Aunt Tina sent. And then, I don't know why I have that in there. I shouldn't have that in there. These two koala onesies. These are for, Clark can wear them, or, and really any of the boys can wear them. Will fit in them. And then this I've been dying to use. Well, this outfit is also from Tina, and wait, did you send me this one? I forgot. I don't remember. Or maybe I bought this one. The Stitch one. This is also Clark's. Oh, you bought me the sleeper. So I have the other outfit to it. So he has his whole Stitch collection. And then we have this onesie. This is also Clark's. Love My Family. Now this came with the pants and then another sleeper that I actually sent home with Sam. But we kept this with the pants for Clark. And then that's really it. I just got a couple pairs of socks, and oh, this is for Nathan, which actually this fits him really well. This is up to 5 pounds from Carter's. Carter's has like NICU clothes. Very small selection, but it does fit him. And just a regular onesie, well, a side snap shirt. And then his pumpkin outfit, which I should put in a Ziploc, which I will. And then his pumpkin hat, and then we just have this cookie sleeper that Tina sent me for my birthday, and that will go on Clark after the holidays. And that is it. That's all they have. So I do have a Minnie Mouse shirt. Can you get me a big Ziploc, please?
Sure.
I have the Minnie Mouse outfit that goes to this, but I don't know, somehow this ended up in with the silicone stuff. Oh, this is way too big for her head.
Just one?
Yeah. I think. 2. So that is it, guys. I'm just going to fold this stuff and put it away. I don't think you really want to watch me do that. Santina has her 2 beautiful dresses. She has her Santa outfit. And she has one other outfit. I think I'm going to get her pajamas is what I want to get for her. you know, and I mean, when you have, that's what happens when you have dolls that are too many different sizes. You can't buy for each doll, so it's hard to dress them. But it's even harder to dress them when they're 12 inches and you can't find clothes for them. So that's another reason why I think I'm gonna stop with the silicones, because unless I get a big one that's gonna actually fit into newborn girl clothes, I mean, I don't want anything else, you know, because it's repetitive, you know. Usually when you get artist dolls, you know, they're from different artists, so you get to experience the different artwork. But when you just keep getting the replica silicones, they all have the same skin tone. There's no detail. It's just a different face. And even that, you know, like I said, when especially with the sleeping ones, it's lacking any, you know, personality because, you know, they're all the same. But anyway, so hey Tina, I just got a message from Tina. So I'm gonna get going, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video today. I'm sorry that it's the shorter one again. Hopefully I can get back into the groove of things on Monday with Monday chat once the kids go back to school and Jason is out of here doing what he has to do on Monday. Jason has a lot of things to do Monday, so rest up. Because after the weekend, Monday, he's got to go mail my Christmas cards, mail out the giveaway headband. He's got to mail Sam. He's got to do a bunch of things for me, get batteries for the Christmas stuff. Although I don't think I got too many things that need batteries. I think just like maybe a couple. But I want to make sure we have batteries on hand because that's like the worst, right? You open a toy or something that needs batteries and you don't have any, and then you can't even use it. So like that's the worst, you know. So I'll send him over there to get that, and then you know, we just gotta, you know, start working on Christmas. And I mean, whatever, you know, little after little, you know, what am I trying to say, Jason? Like little
I gotta start my shop.
ends in, oh, that's right. Yeah, Jason's in shop yet, so we'll see what he gets. I'm sure you guys will know. You'll be the first to know. Well, the second. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed my little video today, and yeah, I'll probably be back Monday when he goes out and does whatever he has to do. The kids go back to school and, you know, everything will be all nice and quiet and I could think, you know, and I don't have to worry about what I'm saying and all this stuff. So, Monday will be a more fun and exciting video when I'm all alone by myself. There my accent's coming out. Uh-oh. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching and taking the time to join me today. And I will be back for Monday chat. So enjoy your weekend, everybody. And I'll see you next time on Little Meatballs Nursery. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends. And I'll see you Monday. Bye-bye, everybody.